Linus Udofia versus John Harding Jr.
Yes, Linus Udofia v John Howard Jr. That was for the English middleweight title. Do you want to start? You start this time. You start.
Okay, bro. Okay, as you watch highlights, and from what I saw was that both of them were very quite come forward. So none of them wanted to give up ground. So it was very interesting. But I feel like as the fight progressed, Harding Jr. he was losing his steam, and he went on to singular punches, whereas Udofia was throwing combos, and I feel like ultimately he just got like the extra punch in, and I felt like it was more of a cumulative effect. And by the end of it, obviously he got a very nice knockout.
Yeah, I thought it was. I wasn't, going into the fight, I wasn't too sure. Like I said, I don't think both guys had been tested properly.
Yeah.
And I thought it was quite an even fight. I know John Harding Jr. lost to Jack Cunningham for the English middleweight title. I think that Linus got it vacated. So, I've always questioned his boxing ability because he had no amateur fights that I recognize of. If people know, not really know, but I don't think so. So, I know he's with Dillian White and he's doing this thing, but I think he's 36 years old. So, even though what I've noticed of him is he seemed to gas from the third round. I could see him breathing heavy. And even though he was in good shape, I think people need to realize being in shape and being fit are two different things.
Yeah, to be conditioned.
You know what I mean? So I think
body shots, or do you think that was just because of conditioning?
I think he did everything because I think he was physically in good shape, but I just think maybe the age and the weight wasn't the right thing because he didn't seem to be hurting Linus with his punches. And like I said, Linus wasn't running around. He was in the pocket at times and trading. They were both throwing. John Harding Jr., he threw some good jabs and he was good early on. But I think the conditioning and maybe the age and the weight took its toll. And eventually Linus stopped.
How old is Udofia, by the way?
He was going with him.
No. I said, how old is he, by the way?
I think he's 27.
27, right. 27. Yeah, that is a very good point because when it comes to age, it's literally that extra breath, that extra punch, like literally your recovery. It's very in other sports, I don't think it's that serious, but in boxing, you need that, like it's make or break.
100%, especially those kind of when you're making weight. If you're old and when I say old, 36 is old in boxing terms. When you're making weight at that age, you lose a little bit of something from you, and whether it's your punch power or your ability to take a punch or your stamina, those are three major things in boxing. Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that took its toll because ability-wise, I think Hardy was throwing not the harder, but he was throwing good one-punch shots, and he seemed to have the ability to be able to jab with my man at the start.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought the stoppage was weird. It was a weird stoppage. I don't know what the ref. I don't know. I thought that was a weird stoppage. I thought it could have. Why did the ref? I don't know why the ref waved it off. I mean, he took his time getting up.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. When you get knocked down, depends how hurt you are, but you want to try and get up and show the ref you're ready. He did a bit. He's like with AJ and Ruiz when he got up and he was a bit too relaxing and all that. You got to be. Do you know what I mean? And I felt.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought the stoppage was a bit weird. It's very, very. What do you think? I don't know. Weird.
I think it's one of them where what we see on TV is one thing, but when you're in the ring and you're seeing it, it's completely different. When you're right there, you can see, how much he's got left in him, if he's got anything left in him, how much he can go. And at the end of the day, the ref is there. Like it's very annoying for us boxing fans, but the ref is there to protect the fighter, especially at his age. It's a bit of a controversial one, but
I suppose it's Dillian White's. He's a Matchroom fighter. It's Sky Sports. If they're gonna give anybody favors, they'd probably be giving John Harding Jr. favors. So I think the ref truly thought that he was buzzed or too hurt. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it was a good stoppage. Like you said, we don't know. But when I first watched it live, I thought to myself, he got up at 8, but he seems a little bit too relaxed. Maybe he was dazed. And I suppose these refs they have a job for a reason, bro. They know what they're doing. They know the eyes and they can see the body language better than I can. But yeah, it was a good fight. I think.
Better than expected, yeah.
It was a decent fight. There was a decent little scrap. I was looking forward to it. There was a few trash talking in that fight as well. So, it was an interesting fight, but it was a good little scrap. What's the next part?